In this video, I'm going to be philosophizing on introspection. Introspection grants easier access to knowledge of self, to self, reciprocal, dynamically relational to surrounds, internalizing meaningful information in the innermost world of an individual that engages the imaginal and the perspectival depths of being that can cultivate meaning from the experiential counters one has as they're mind wandering on the different ideas that are seemingly random yet have an interconnectiveness to them, an interconnectiveness bound to the mind-body connections dentro mente corpo, and which have distinctive, objective, functional, and meaningful properties that are boundness to the situatedness de existencia of specific subjectivo, objectivo, relacionáveis, conecta auto específico, autoconduz, regardamento e concerna específico, subjetivo, objetivo, cultivações de apassoço. O vantado é via que uma individual engajando a pessoa vivendo, mesada o introspecção, processos para cultivar a pessoalidade, processos. And these meaningfulness processes allowance for an individual to easier access knowledge of their strengths, inner strengths, strengths from within that can build on the positive experiences, expander mind-body connections in association with the self that optimizes healthy psychological functioning and optimal well-being through the development of meaning in living. Not just meaning in living, the easier access to knowledge in regards to the self that allowance for an individual to cultivate intrinsic motivation and meaningful emotion, and the knowledge that is situated to specific self-awareness and self-intelligence processes that are easier to access the specific, meaningfully effective and efficient perception, action, and behavior existing in regards to the existing priors an individual develops easier access to, that allowance for more meaningful engaging in perception, action, and or behavior in relation to specific objectives and tasks an individual is engaging from moment to moment within their day-to-day living. That the introspective capacities of the individuals who have self-intelligence, which is all individuals who are wearing clothes, walking around, and writing stuff in books. Self-intelligence processes regard our language ability to be able to develop the meaningful utterances of thought that composition sentences and well-defined words that are relevant and meaningful. And this relevance and meaningfulness, as we think it within our introspective world, be it not something that always has what is perceived to be practical within the mind, yet as we go do it may not be practical, as to have and only have zero meaningful effect on our positive, meaningful emotions and capacity to engage healthy psychological functioning, in contrast with individuals who are seemingly engaging in what everybody claims to be practical and yet experience a great deal of meaningless affect and negativities within their day-to-day experience, deteriorating their physical and mental health, and also coming at the expense of their optimal well-being, in which they don't have optimal well-being, they have ill well-being. which is encompassed by physical and psychological health, as well as physical and psychological well-being, and the meaning in living, to which these individuals do not experience meaning in living, and have a shallower introspective world that they don't want to be in contrast to those who have a rich introspective inner world, in which they cultivate their strengths and are able to easier access knowledge as to what is meaningful to them, and to be able to easier access that in different situations. Developing their psychological resistance when the meaninglessness and arbitrariness and the pointlessness thrown at us from the absurd absurdities comes our way, in which meaning stands and one holds meaning in Curaçao, that is burning like a fire and energizing the self to think more creatively, inventively, and innovatively, to which the creativity is always meaningfully defined as new and or different perception, action, and behavior that is developing positive apososu emoções, not for another, but always for the self. Individuals who, in the seeming absurd, can, in the subsequent moments of a heated anger bout, experience a laugh. That is something that requires a lot of strength. Many people can't do that. Many people develop hostility that cripples the heart and increases ill well-being. And that's all I want to say for this video. I hope you have an awesome one. Keep developing those episodes out.